Republicans claim they don't want to take away abortion pills for people, but here we go. Now there's a court case deciding if abortion pills are legal.
20,000. That is approximately the number of drugs the FDA has approved in its entire history. But as soon as tonight, one of those drugs could be on the chopping block, courtesy of a Texas court, where a Trump-appointed U.S. district judge named Matthew Kacsmaryk could rule on a case that seeks to upend access to a key component of medication abortion nationwide. That component is a drug called mifepristone. The FDA approved it for use in September of 2000, and since then it has been used safely by about 5 million people in the United States alone, typically in tandem with another drug called misoprostol. Mifepristone works by blocking the production of a hormone that's needed for pregnancy. Misoprostol then begins a miscarriage, and the two drugs, when used together, are about 99.6% effective at terminating a pregnancy or completing a miscarriage.
Don't believe Republicans when they tell you that they're not going to try to take away your right to whatever your right is, because this is what Republicans do. They want to slowly chip at every right here and there, and slowly take away your right to whatever it is, and have it so society is pretty much just a Christian society that benefits only Christian men.
And they are safe. If you don't want to take the word of the 5 million people in America who have taken that pill, you can look at decades of research that show the risk of complications from mifepristone is less than 0.4%. That basically means that it is safer than Tylenol and Viagra. It is so safe, in fact, that as of 2022, more than 54% of abortions in the United States happen with these pills, not surgery. And that percentage is likely to increase in a post-Dobbs America. Despite all of that, a group the Southern Poverty Law Center considers a hate group. It's called the Alliance Defending Freedom. That group filed a lawsuit against the FDA in November. The group filed on behalf of 4 anti-abortion medical organizations and 4 anti-abortion physicians. The plaintiffs claim the FDA lacked the authority to approve the drug and did not adequately study its safety and efficacy. The plaintiffs want Judge Kacsmaryk to issue a preliminary injunction, effectively blocking all access to mifepristone and revoking the FDA's approval. Now, that could happen as soon as tonight or in the coming days. After Dobbs, most abortions are already outright banned in 13 states. And with certain court cases and state Supreme Court races hanging in the balance, that number of states could trend up. So access to medication abortions using pills sent in the mail, that's been the lifeline for many people who live in some of those states with abortion bans. They've been sort of a back pocket remedy, something that could be done covertly if necessary. In states that have technically banned medication abortions as well, secretly taking these pills comes with the risk of criminalization, but it is a risk that some people are willing to take.
Republicans are supposed to be small government people, yet they want to use big government to dictate who has a kid or not. That is definitely not small government. And it's one thing that's funny is that it's always, religious people seeking to take away people's right. In this case, it is abortion. And if these people were like real Christians or actually read the Bible, they would see that in the Bible there is the story that talks about the curse of the bitter waters, which is an abortion. If a husband thinks his wife is cheating, he can take her to the priest. They will create a potion of bitter waters. She will drink it, and if she is pregnant due to cheating, she will have an abortion from it. And that was supposed to be used to prove if she was cheating or not. So, yes, abortion is in the Bible.
And now, access to that option could be in jeopardy as soon as tonight. And if you think you are safe because you live in a liberal blue state, you may be in for a rude awakening. This impending ruling could mean that even if you are in a blue state with newly codified abortion protections, a state like California or Michigan or Vermont, this affects you too. Your access to the abortion pill that the FDA approved 23 years ago, your access will also be called into question if this judge rules that mifepristone should be taken off the market nationally. During a meeting with reproductive rights leaders and providers and lawyers today, Vice President Kamala Harris indicated that the White House was prepared for a legal battle. And no matter how you add all of this up, it is dismal political calculus for Republican leaders. This is an indicator right here. Earlier this month, attorneys general from 23 states filed briefs in support of revoking the FDA's approval of mifepristone. The signatories to that include attorneys general from states like Texas, Georgia, Arkansas, Idaho, South Dakota, and a lot of other states that already ban or severely restrict abortion access.
This is why I feel like we shouldn't allow religious people to have certain, well, pretty much no position in the government or state positions, because they're going to use their religion to influence their decisions on how to act and run, and that's not how it should be. You shouldn't be, your decision shouldn't be based upon your religious belief, but how you can actually benefit society or your constituents, and religious people do not do that.
Here's the thing, though. According to new polling from Public Religion Research Institute, most people who actually live in those states do not agree with the position their attorneys general have taken in this case. Look at this map. In almost all of the states where attorneys general filed briefs in support of nixing access to the pill, more than 50% of residents in those same states say abortion should be legal. So the position these Republican attorneys general have taken is the exact opposite of what their constituents actually want.